We aren't as much hobo maybe as it looks like. And we really don't call it camping because it's a little bit different than camping because you got your inside these trailers just like a miniature home. We got our own microwave, our TVs, our VCRs, a full bath, and everything's on a small scale.
This is Wally Biome Control.
I've been with the Airstreams 15 years, but I've been trailering for almost 40. I've only had 3 trailers, but I've been with Airstream now 15. Well, you see, the Airstreams are built for 2 people, not a family type of thing. The one I had before, it was built for a family because I had 2 kids and they wanted to take along 2 kids. So I had to sleep 6. The Airstreams don't do that. So when you once get to a point where just the 2 of you are out running, well, you go to Airstream because the club is just out of this world.
Moluccan cockatoos are the ones you generally see in the shows with the skates on. And they roller skate. Goffins don't roller skate. Goffins just make a lot of noise.
Goffins are smaller and more trailer size. Well, we got our first one in 1988, and that was a 1963 model.
Since 1983.
We have 2 Airstreams, one in Florida and this one.
We just leave the one trailer there, so it's when we go down there, it's all set up, ready to walk into.
Since 1982. So we've been at it quite a while, yeah.
You know, they're all built of aluminum at this point. Now they are building more and more fiberglass equipment. But up until this point, you know, they've just about been all aluminum. So, you know, out of the 2,460 rigs we have here, probably all but maybe 200 are the aluminum classics, as we call them.
Airstream it's a product name. And all these Airstreams are made in Jackson Center, Ohio. Supposedly because of the shape, it travels through the air with more ease than a box-type trailer.
This one costs $62,700 something, but it has almost everything, including a generator.
Now, most all things in this trailer runs either on 12 volts or propane gas. Of course, the stove is propane, and your fans are 12 volt. The only 110 appliances is your microwave and the air conditioning right here.
We tow a car with us all the time. We're never stranded for transportation. And what else can I say? It's fantastic. Get an Airstream.
You don't have the telephone bother. You don't have maybe a mixed blessing. You don't have kids bothering you with their little problems if they live locally. You get a chance to keep the mind active and keep yourself stimulated if you're not working. You know, going to a new place every so often. You get to, it's strange, you meet friends from people from all over the country that you keep running into, and you build on these friendships from people that you might not ordinarily have met, people all kinds of backgrounds and occupations, and from all locations. It's fun.
When you're retired, you got to do something, and of course we'd like to be home already. We've been away for quite a while, but it's nice. The weather's been great, and you really enjoy it. You meet beautiful people, nice people all the way around, and we're having a ball.
Yeah, it's just a way of life, really. Gives you an opportunity to, I started off as my children like to camp, and then I found out that it was a way to get away from the phone on weekends when I was working. You make a lot of friends, not only in your own unit, but then you come to rallies like this, you have friends all over the country. And as you travel from one place to another, and you can look them up, and if they aren't on the road someplace else. And it's a real good social club.
Every year we make friends that stop at our house even. I mean, you know, that we just, as they're coming through.
Well, the friendship, get together. A lot of times when you leave here, you'll meet up with a caravan going God knows where. And it'll be anywhere from 25 to 30, maybe 40 trailers at it. And you'll spend as much as 2 months on the road with them.
We talk about our problems, and we solve each other's problems this way.
We sit around the campfire and talk a lot.
There's one trailer here, the one sitting right there, that has Ohio on it. They are the only, what we call the 100%ers left. This is our 38th international rally, and they've been to all 38 of them.
Well, Wally led caravans around the world.
He was born out in a little town outside of Baker, Oregon. He worked, I believe, for the aircraft company, Lockheed, I'm not certain. But anyway, he was in the aircraft business, and he thought that a trailer that was streamlined would pull a lot easier and everything. So he started out, and he took any kind of trailers, and they traveled all over the country with anybody that he could pick up to join, and they just gathered together like we do.
I never met him. I don't think he's been dead all that long. But that's why we have these big rallies on the 4th of July, because it's his birthday.
You must remember that we're an extremely patriotic club.
We have a code of ethics, and we try not to offend anyone, and help them along the way if we can, no matter who they are or what brand of trailer they got, you know.
Our philosophy is we want to leave this place cleaner than we found it.
One thing, they don't like for people to hang clothes outside the trailers and stuff. You know how it looks when you do this. Well, this is one thing they frown on. Anytime you wash clothes, you hang them inside. You don't hang them outside.
And if you do, most of the time they come and tell you about it.
If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take that highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66.
When you travel in coast to coast, there's an awful lot in this country. It's just fabulous.
If we wanted to, we could probably find somebody that we know to visit in every state.
Extremely difficult to quit. It's a great way of life.
Well, now you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. Hey, Janice, now you'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get into this timely tip?
And being able to sleep in the same bed every night, your toothbrush is the same place, and
Get your kicks on Route 66.
We've known people who have retired at age 50 and have lived in their trailer about 9 months out of the year, and they still haven't seen the country, and they're about 65. So that's 15 years on the road, and still haven't seen the whole country.
We left home on the 8th of April to get here, and we traveled through California and British Columbia and Canada and back out.
We stopped and did some sightseeing on the way up.
And when we leave here, we're going to Nova Scotia on a caravan, like about 40 units. We'll leave tomorrow.
West Point, went to Hyde Park, took in the Mack Truck Factory in Allentown.
We're looking forward to having more freedom so we can spend more time in it, see the world, see the country.
I just wish everybody could see the United States. It is so beautiful. And even the deserts out west, I mean, it's a whole new world out there. The deserts are even beautiful. In their own way, they're lovely.
Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66.
So we were in it when it was 0 degrees, and we did okay. Of course, we had the furnace running and a couple electric heaters going, but we stayed warm.
We do a lot of deer hunting and elk hunting. We go right back up in the sticks where you wouldn't believe. Last year elk hunting, we pulled into a meadow, and next morning we got up and there's 10 inches of snow on the ground.
We left home the 15th of October and spent 6 weeks in Arizona, and the first 2 weeks were warm. We actually were in summer clothes. From then on till the 1st of April, when we got home, we were in winter clothes.
You know, the weather plays a big factor in your rallies. It can get hot, it can get wet. We were in Duluth in 83, and we had one day of 90-degree weather, and the rest of it was in the 50s, I think. And then it rained the whole time, and everybody had to get towed out. They were hung up, and it was miserable, but yet they had a good time.
Yeah. We had a very bad storm, and we had golf ball, hailstones about that big. Wow. And all of our trailers were damaged. We had great big dents in the front of it here.
It sounded like somebody had a hammer beating on top of it. It was extremely loud, and just you couldn't. There were 4 of us in the car, and you couldn't talk to each other. It was so loud. And
these functions are usually planned 3 years in advance. Like this convention was planned 2 years ago, and they met with the people from Amherst and the college people and made these arrangements. Like next year, we're going to be in Rapid City, South Dakota, which is kind of mid-America, you know.
And they're all planned out down to the little nitty-gritty things. All your
Everything
meals
is
are
done
planned.
first class in this group. Everything.
The real purpose for this rally is our delegates meeting. In other words, all of the clubs vote for international officers or constitutional changes, or they vote at the delegates meeting. And they run it the same as a Republican or Democratic convention.
There's an organization that sets all these up, and there's couples who train to be caravan leaders, and they organize everything. They start out and find the campgrounds, and all you do is pay your money and go along.
What do we like about here? The entertainment is good.
Last night we had Mark Russell, a political satirist. He kept us in stitches.
I imagine you know Mark Russell. We had him the other night. But tonight we crown our teen queens and have the band and everything over in the Mullins Center. And we have a teen queen also from Washington State. She came with her grandparents, and she's a beautiful little kid, and we love her.
Teen queens go around to all these veteran centers.
Yeah,
and,
they went to the VA and to the Amherst nursing home.
And they perform wherever they can perform, even if a hallway.
I'm chairman of the Community Service Committee, and we've been here the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've been visiting nursing homes. We donated blood. We did work at a homeless shelter and a school over here, and what else? At the food bank farm.
Your cat.
And
caps.
Oh, the caps, yes. They're up to 2,300 knit caps There, you can see them up at the Mullins Center that people knit through the year and then bring to this rally, and then we'll give them to the the Survival Center, and there's a whole list of places that they're going to be given to.
And I think there was about $8,000 divided for the local charities to help the homeless and the people that really need it, and all that money we collect goes directly to them.
And I suspect we spent somewhere around $12,000–15,000 on just pipe alone. And probably 10 miles of that 2-inch PVC you see there. The gray water is contained. We do not dump it on the grounds. And on the pavement, normally about every 3 days, a truck came by and pumped the gray water. Then every 6 days, they pump the black water of it and dispose of it over in your sewage treatment plant over there.
We were supposed to be here at 8:33, and we were here at 8:33. 24 of us was in the park at 8:33.
Everything is pretty well planned. You know where you're going and how to get there, because you have that information well in advance of where you're going to be and when you're supposed to be there and what day and so on.
And have you even noticed how the trailers are all lined up perfectly, straight? The fronts of them? Yeah, perfectly, with water to every trailer.
16 foot and 9 inches apart.
Is that it?
From center to center. There's a orange dot right there where the post is on that trailer, and you're parked right on that orange dot, or they move you.
Those circles, when a unit comes in, we usually have 3 to 4 people, and far enough back that when they come in, we guide them in here, and we have a little flag. And we say, hey, you know, straddle the flag, and when you get to that spot, we'll stop you. So therefore, trailers are all uniform, the front of them.
I've got dreams to remember. I've got dreams to remember.
That's where my roots kind of started in Nova Scotia, because, you know, I'm French, and I was born in South Louisiana, an old Cajun from down there. Evangeline, when she came down from France and ended up in Nova Scotia, her lover was Gabriel. And you probably maybe have read the poem that Longfellow wrote about Evangeline. And when she followed him, and of course Gabriel, he left Nova Scotia and he drifted along the eastern seaboard and ended up in Louisiana, in South Louisiana. And then at that time, he thought that Evangeline was something of the past that he would never see again. So he married, and he had a big plantation there, which is, they still have his home in South Louisiana and everything. And of course, when Evangeline drifted down to Louisiana, on Bayou Teche, she landed underneath a big oak tree in St. Martinsville, which is right behind the Catholic Church. And when she got there, well, her health was bad, and so she ended up with ill health. And then after she found out that Gabriel had married and had some children, then they said she died of a broken heart, because, you know, she'd found a lover, but he was already married and everything. And she's buried there in
I know you say it was just a friend, but I saw him kiss you again and again and again.
As a kid growing up, you know, that didn't mean anything to me, because I lived there. And those things, history, was something that was there, and I just didn't pay much attention to it. And until later years, after I got older, and I got to thinking, hey, you know, there's a lot of history in my homeland.
Don't make me suffer, don't let me suffer. What trees, what trees. Don't make me suffer, don't let me suffer. What trees, side trees.
Just moving along. Just moving along.
Well, I'm chasing the blues right out of my mind. I'm leaving my cares and the worries behind. 'Cause I'm on my way, I'm leaving town today.
Just moving along.
My lonesome old heart is broken in two. I've been walking the floor every night over you, but our love is all gone. I'm moving on, I'm a leaving town today.
This is a starting point for more travels.
About the 5th of the month, you can come into this lot and you'll see it's almost totally empty. And get out on the highway and you won't run into any trailers. They're all gone. They just seem to disperse. Everybody goes in their own directions. And they leave quietly, leave a nice clean site. You never know they were here.
You leave at whenever you want to go.
Last year we were in Brandon, Manitoba, and we were, I don't know, maybe 40 miles north of the border. And on the last day, there was one road that everybody took out of town. And that was, if you weren't in Airstream, you might as well forget about going anyplace. It was all jammed up. This time it'll be easier because there's roads going out in all directions. So it may not be too bad. Everybody won't be leaving exactly on the same day. There'll be some.
Gotta be free. I'm finding new love wherever I be, but my old love is gone. I'm moving on. I'm leaving town today. I'm leaving this town today.
Moving along. Just moving along. Just moving along. Just moving along.
Well, I'm chasing the blues right out of my mind. I'm leaving my cares and the worries behind. 'Cause I'm on my way, I'm leaving town today.
Just moving along.
My lonesome old heart is broken in two. I've been walking the floor every night over you, but our love is all gone. I'm moving on, I'm a leaving town today. I got no
Nice to have you guys here.
Well,
You have yourself a nice time. And don't forget, as you get older, get yourself an Airstream. You'll love it.